What up? What's going on, beautiful people? I'm just here to drop, I'm going to say 4 nuggets on making a fast and smart decision. Fast and smart. Here's the deal. Have you ever seen somebody that you admire? Have you ever looked up to someone? We all looked up to somebody, right? Admired what a person is doing. And a lot of times we'd be like, man, I wish I could do that. A lot of times what we do, we tend to judge people on where they are versus where they actually came from or where they started. So if you see someone great, here's the awesome part. You have every opportunity, every opportunity to be just as great as that person. But you got to remember where that person started. See, I've learned in order to be great, you got to get started. See, you don't have to get started. You don't have to be great in order to get started. You actually have to get started in order to be great. But in order to get started, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. So in order to make a fast and smart decision, I would say take these 4 things into consideration. First thing, I would say ask yourself, is the decision you making, does it have the potential to hurt somebody? See, if the decision has the potential to hurt someone, that's an automatic decline. Because no decision we make should hurt someone. Unless we're being hurt, then, you got to do what you got to do. But, if it's another way, no decision should be made to intentionally or that could potentially hurt someone. That's one thing. That's an automatic, decision maker right there. The second thing I will say, does the ROI, return on investment, does that make sense? Are you getting more out? Do you stand to gain more than you actually have or are actually putting in? One side note, one thing I've learned is it's called the language of the poor. And it's a big difference between how much will it cost me versus how much will it make me. All right? Third thing you want to figure out is, does the decision have the potential to get you closer to your ultimate goal? Does the decision that you're making help you get closer to your ultimate goal? See, if it's a decision that you make and it pulls you away from what you're actually doing versus helping you closer to your ultimate goal, then you might want to definitely reconsider that decision. The last thing I will say, one of the last things that'll help you make a fast decision is, do you have enough information to actually make a decision? See, I said enough information, not all of the information, enough. For instance, let's say you wanted to start investing into stocks, right? Now, there's a lot of education. There's a lot of T's you have to cross, the I's you have to dot. There's a lot to know. But literally, in order to get started, all you have to do is know what stock you want. Of course, know the broker that you would want to go with. Do some research. Know the stock that you want or you like, and simply purchase it. Simple as that. Yes, there's a lot of things that goes into learning the stock market and learning how to trade and learning all these things. But you do understand that having a stock is better than not having a stock. Maybe down the line you're going to decide to sell the stock, right? But the key is, instead of thinking about investing, thinking about the stock market in its entirety, having a bunch of information on it, you just took the leap. That's the key to getting ahead, guys. You got to get started. I believe it was Dale Carnegie, or it might have been Napoleon Hill, who said, Napoleon Hill. A man of indecision. No, a man of decision can't be stopped. And a man of indecision can't be started. I can't think of anything better than progressing. What's better than progression? T and no? What's an objection? Let's go.